Hey guys, Cat Kom here with Studio Sweat and Studio Sweat On Demand. Here I've got one of my favorite trainers in the world with me.
AJ.
How's it going, girl?
Good, how are you?
Good. So yesterday AJ and I were talking about fitness plateaus and how you can get over them with diet and exercise. And diet doesn't mean restriction in this case, it just means what you eat. And one of the things that I was telling her was that I went on this nutrition plan, and it's not really a restriction diet, but something called that I call the black bean diet, which just basically meant I was incorporating more beans into my diet than usual for protein and carbs, and then taking a little less grains out. And this diet worked for me really well a couple of years ago. Like the second I would go on it, I'd immediately like,
feel something.
Yeah, I would totally slim down, lean up, and then I went on the same plan recently, and I did not get the same effect.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the same plan, and I'm the same person. What I learned was that it's not just different strokes for different folks. It is really dependent on where you are in your life and what you're doing.
Exactly.
I found that crazy. I'm like,
so many
what?
factors in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be, especially for women, hormonal factors as well. Age, unfortunately.
Right?
Age is a big factor.
Yep. So what I want to talk to you about today is kind of how I got over that. And really what I did was I gave it 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, I wasn't really seeing any results. I did feel better. I won't say that. I did feel there was no results. I did feel better. So I decided after 3 weeks, and I did want to give it 3 weeks, and I do want to encourage you to give whatever you're trying, which should be something moderate, not a fad diet. Give it like at least like 3 to 4 weeks to see if it works, especially the older you get, and especially if you're a woman, because our bodies are constantly going through changes. So before you say it's not working for me, not working for me, give it some time.
Yeah, I try 3 to 4 weeks, and then you'll always feel different. I think mood-wise, energy-wise, especially if you're incorporating more whole grains or less grains, or incorporating better protein for your body, less fat. You're always going to feel a bit more energy, but it takes a while to see any results if you're trying to do physiological results. It'll take a while, and so don't be discouraged. Sometimes
it's hard not to be.
It is very hard not to be. Yeah. So it's kind of like see how you feel first before you decide to quit that. Yeah. Before you're done.
So let me tell you what I did. So I gave it the 3 weeks, and then I was like, you know what, I did give it plenty of time. It wasn't working for me this time, even though it had in the past, which is gonna happen. So I decided to just incorporate more grains back in, and I hadn't eliminated grains, and I definitely was still eating carbs.
And that's very important, not to eliminate a major food group from your diet.
Yes.
Number one.
We're in total agreement on that, AJ, so that's good. Anyway, so I started adding just more grains back in, and I wasn't really tracking calories or anything like that. And all of a sudden, my body started to get results, and it was by adding more grains in, and that's what my body needed. And so after a certain amount of time, and I'm not going to dictate it exactly how long, if it's not working, change it. That's my number one tip for you. And this was one of those cases where I have to say, I've always been able to sympathize with my clients who have this issue where they plateau and they're stuck, but I haven't really been able to empathize because I've not personally had this problem. Yes. So as crappy as this was, it was good for me in a way because I learned what it felt like to be like, what on earth, why am I not getting the results? Because before in the past, I was able to really make some significant changes within a week or two and see results.
And it's nice, right? You're like, woohoo!
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes time.
Yeah, now I'm having to fight for it a little bit more, fight for it a little bit more, and I think in some ways it's a good thing. So what else do you think we can give people as tips?
Well, I like to say, like, everyone's different. Every workout's not for the same person. Everybody will start losing weight when they run. Some people don't. Some people plateau faster than others. Diet is the exact same thing. Some things work for people that don't work for others.
Yep.
So
there's no one size fits all.
Play around with it. Don't cut out any major food group. Eat nutritional, but play around with it a little bit. Change it up. Don't be discouraged.
Yep. And same thing with your workout. So it kind of happened about the same time, but I realized that I was, as much as functional training is awesome, and I did need to kind of get myself a base with functional training, I was lacking the heavy lifting that my build needs for the shape that I want. And so I started adding in more strength training, and I think that combined with the adding grains back in,
giving the energy.
Yeah, it gave me
muscle.
the energy, started giving me the shape back that I wanted. So once again, try things.
Try things, and just remember, if, like we talked about this earlier, if you're fit already and you're feeling great and you're where you want to be, it might take longer to see any change with your diet because your body's already in the shape that it should be in. Or if you want to change it physiologically, it might take a little bit longer. It is.
Thank you.
It
So
I
wasn't changing because my body was like, no, you're good.
It might take a little bit longer. Yeah. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Like again, if you're looking to build muscle, you might have to add a little bit more protein into it, but not cutting out the carbs.
Right.
There's just playing around with it. Learning your own body. That's a big one. Everyone's different.
I love it. Very good. So anyways, it was a very good lesson for me. I wanted to share that with you guys. Don't feel like it's unique to you. If something that worked in the past isn't working for you now, just keep trying things, just keep switching it up and keep eating healthy and getting your workouts in. And you can find those amazing workouts here in here in San Diego at Studio Sweat, or of course on
demand. Did I say it right?
And Studio Sweat on demand. That's what